How's it going, YouTube? Team 3Starz here with a deck profile for the new Revengers. It's a Blaster Dark Abyss mix.
Diablo.
Yeah, Blaster
Abyss.
Diablo. Basically, a Revenger Abyss deck with some support from the new trial deck, Legend deck, excuse me. Yep, so.
Let's go.
Yep. Start with the starter.
For the starter, I am using Full Wild Brave because you counterblast for 1 G unit and you can bring out the average. Huh?
Said any blaster.
Any blaster, yeah, but basically after you do hit skill, you can go Legion and String for game or to force them to guard early game.
Yep. You can search for your grade 2s or 3s.
Yeah. Basically this whole deck is
And then grade 3s.
blasters, so
Grade 3s.
For grade 3s, like everyone else, it's the new Blaster Dark.
Yep, for the new Blaster Dark.
Are you recording? Yeah.
Blaster Dark Diablos. Very good. He makes everything a grade 3.
You have a YouTube channel?
Bam. Bam.
I'll be on it.
He makes everything a grade 3 when you have 2 strides.
I think I like the text on the Messiah one more. Like the font.
It has, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop being your video now. Why?
Yep, so for the new Blaster Diablo, GB2 turns everything in your hand into grade 3. If you stride the big old dragon on him, you can pop anything for free.
Yeah. And I won the best Legion, probably in
Arguably the best Legion in the game.
yeah, arguably the second most best Legion ever to Think Saber because you can do Think Saber anytime.
Blaster Abyss. Legion with Blaster Dark Abyss, Counterblast 2 on Legion turn, sack 2 Revengers, and restand.
For grade 2 lineup, I have Dark, me and Maka at 3.
New Darkness Made in Maka. GB1, Counterblast 1 when boosted, Amber Clone, etc. Search for grade 1 and call it to rearguard. Basically, a lot of the new Shadow Paladin support revolves around the, well, I guess Shadow Paladins in general. They search for grade 1s. They're really grade 1 heavy, or dependent, codependent, I guess.
At grade 4, grade 2, the Legionnaire for
of course,
Phantom
mandatory
Blaster.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
This card is really, really good.
Very good.
Turn 2, if you ride Blaster Dark Revenger, the regular one, and call him to rearguard, you can pop back row early.
Yeah.
He's Counterblast 1 when he's placed on the rearguard. If you have a Vanguard with Revenger, you can pop grade 1 or less. So, back row, 10k attackers, etc. And he's also a search target for full bow.
And then the last grade 2 lineup is the regular Blaster Dark Revenger.
Yep, same reason except he deals with front row, and he's a search target for full bow. So, call him, turn 2, in front of Dorant, which is also running the deck, because you need Revengers, you need to sack Revengers for Phantom Blaster Abyss.
For grade 1 lineup, we got Pitchback, Sage Charon.
Yep.
He's really good.
Yep, he's the searcher for Blaster Dark, except instead of the pitch for grade 3, she counts as 2. If you're sacking units for Diablo, she counts as 2 by herself. So instead of sacking 3, you're sacking 2. And it leaves either a booster or it leaves a column alone. really good. Run her 2.
Dark Heart Trumpeter. Better than the Revenger version.
Oh, much better. It's like an upgrade, except she's not a Revenger herself. It
Yeah.
really sucks.
Yeah.
So she's GB1, on call, Soul Blast 1. Search if you have a grade 3 or greater, Vanguard with Blaster in the name, which is all of your grade 3s.
At stand.
Call a grade 1 or less to rear guard, and then shuffle, but it doesn't call it resting. And so there are a lot of combos.
It's really good and really stupid at the same time.
It's really good, especially since the whole deck revolves around calling grade 1s. So if you run Phantom Blaster Abyss, you can search her, call to rear guard in a separate column, and then Soul Blast 1 and call the 10k attacker and make a column out of nothing, essentially.
It's really, like he said, it's really dumb because you can go Dark Heart Trumpeter, Soul Blast, call him in the deck, then attack, boost.
And you run running 2 Masquerade 10k attackers.
For Perfect Guard, it's the
New
Witches.
The new Nemain. Guard with her, have a copy in the graveyard, draw 1, and then discard 1. It's draw 1, then discard 1. So this can either fix your hand for your next turn or get you that extra 10k.
Revenger Doran. Con to the field with Dark Heart, and if you have the regular Blaster Dark Revenger,
It all comes back.
we place it on the front row, and then
she's also another Revenger target for grade 3 Phantom, and she turns essentially Blaster Dark into a Counterblast 1 as well.
Yep.
Which is really good. So it turns this into this for front row.
Yeah. For trigger lineups, we got 4 Revenger of
4 Avenger heals, 8 Revenger crits,
8 of the Revenger crits,
and of course obligatory shiny versions.
Yeah.
It's super nice.
Just because Grim Reaper, she's really pretty. Just because.
These are also sack targets. So if you know you can push them for a game and you don't have the Avengers in hand, you can call triggers. So they're an alternate option for the restand.
And
then 4 Avenger draws. 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal, commonplace for shadows. So for the stride units, running the Blizza Atmos combo, of course. If you need the power, you know they don't have cards in hand, go for the Atmos play first, into the Blizza play. And so it's essentially plus 10 to your Vanguard each turn. They're just generally good filler spots. Ran 2 of the promo from the Legend deck, Dark Knight Grim Recruiter. This guy is a really good first turn stride because he's not specific, and also because people don't generally guard the first stride. And so as opposed to setting up a column, what he does is when he hits the Vanguard, you search your deck for a grade 1 and call it. So you would search for Trumpeter, or you would search for a sack target for your next stride turn, the Sharon. So he's just generally a good vanilla stride. I think he's one of my more favorite vanilla strides, or not vanilla strides, favorite generic on-hit strides that have come out so far.
Really good.
Second being Big 10 for the stand. And then of course 4 of the big guy. So what he does is you counterblast 1, and you Persona flip.
Sack 3.
And he gets 2 things. He gets plus 10k and a crit, and then he gets an ability. When he attacks, you sack 3 units, and either your opponent sacks 2, they retires 2, or they're not allowed. They can't guard this attack. This is an amazing finisher. He's an executioner.
Especially when you have more
Well,
crits.
especially when your opponent has resist units on the field, because then it's super funny.
Yeah,
the best part
like
about
honor.
the best part about this card is if you ride over him, you get the free retire. So they have to essentially have 3 rear guard on field
Basically,
on your stride turn for this guy, or they're not going to be able to guard the giant 2 crit attack. Or if you stride over him, then you're able to use him to get rid of back row and him to get rid of front row, so that essentially they have to have a full field. As long as you have 4 counterblasts, they have to have a full field to be able to guard the attack at all, because he keeps the Revenger name. So
the only clan I know of that will have a hard time dealing with this is Great Nature because of honor.
a lot of people thought this card was like super broken, like meta changing, game breaking.
It's really not.
This deck is super susceptible to rush down decks, like Aqua Force and stuff, to where they're able to put you to forward with no problem on turn 2 and 3.
It's basically a rush down deck.
Because then you're using up your resources to guard their attacks. But yeah, overall, the Legend deck, essentially what they did with the Legend deck was for $5 extra as opposed to buying a trial deck, you can get into the game competitively.
Yeah,
Which I think it's amazing.
It's worth the cost.
And of course, they're super pretty. But yeah, so Avengers. Like, comment, subscribe below, and we'll be back at you with another deck profile soon.
See ya.